everyone. Hello, my fascinating Renaissance friends. Welcome to episode 83. Right? I've been thinking, how long have we been together? Really? This is episode 83. We spent 83 times, okay, together. Really. And if my video averages what 10 averages 15 minutes, because some are 10, some are 11. I would have some videos lasting until 18, 19 minutes, especially the first 5 or 6 episodes, because I did a lot of introduction there. So we've been together for 83 times. And if you multiply that by easily 10 minutes, that will be what? 830 minutes divided by 60 minutes. An hour. I guess, I was just ruminating. I always like to ruminate. Ruminate is think about, reflect, reflect on things that I've been doing. And it all brings me back to one very specific realization. There are so many, many, many things I would like to do. Well, there are many, many, many things that I have done already, but there are still many, many, many things, that are in the back burner, so to speak. And I could have done maybe half of them. All right, half of the things I've still wanted to do, which are in the back burner, much much earlier. But I guess there were many things that made made my decision to just put it, as I've said, in the back burner. Why? Well, priorities for one thing. But now that, in fact, my favorite statement is life is too short. Really, life is too short. I don't like it to spend it on things which do not matter. And so I've been thinking. What if, so there's a what if I launch this channel much earlier than July 9, 2024? Okay, by now maybe we are, we are in our 200 episodes already, but will that be better than just 83 episodes? Okay, so I guess since I live without regrets, there are many many things that that I have made decisions on, based on really purpose and mission. Why did I start the statement this way? I have lots of experiences, a lot of discussions, okay, with friends, and they will share with me, Malu, or Miss Malu for that matter. I would have wanted to become a pilot, but my parents didn't want me to be a pilot, because my dad always wanted my eldest sibling. In the Philippines, we call the eldest child, if he is male, we call him kuya. Okay, that's a term of endearment. And the eldest child, who happens to be a daughter, we call her ate. Okay, so this particular friend of mine says, but my dad was disappointed because my kuya, the eldest male sibling, didn't become a doctor, because he wanted a doctor for a son or for a child. So now, I have to pursue medicine, but I've always wanted to become a pilot. Okay, so I said, are you happy? Well, yeah, I finished medicine, but I'm not actually actively practicing medicine. You know why? Because he went into business. He's a business man, and of course his products are medical in nature, medical equipment. Okay, so there's a relation. So why did you even finish medicine if you don't intend to practice? Because that's what my father wanted. So I said yes because I wanted him to be happy. But I will not practice medicine, because I'm not happy there. Business, brings me a lot more money, and all of that. But are you happy? And he said, I still haven't forgotten my desire to fly a plane. All right. So I told him, said, hey, do you know that dreams don't have expiration dates? And then he looked at me and says, can you say that again, Malu? He said, dreams don't have expiration dates. So what? If you are 40 and above, can't you fulfill your dream of flying? I mean, well, you said you want to fly your own plane, your own helicopter. Fine. You're not going to be a commercial pilot. Maybe you can still be a commercial pilot. I don't know. He just looked at me and says, that's an aha moment for me, Malu. Dreams don't have expiration dates. Okay? Well, you have all the money you can earn, and yet you're not happy. How much will it take you, to enroll in flying class, and instead of buying all those new cars every year, how much will it take for you to buy your own helicopter? Okay, you can fly, and then maybe you can fly all of us. Your barcadas mean your gangmates, not gangmates, your friends, your friends. You can fly us over sunsets at Manila Bay. The famous sunset in the Philippines is sunset in Manila Bay. He smiled and he says, I'll take you on that. All right? So remember, guys, for him, that was an aha moment when I said, dreams don't have expiration dates. All right? But this is my aha number 8. Okay? And it's not original, it's not mine. I copied it somewhere, from a book. It's entitled Later. Later this, later that. I am reminded, just right now, of the movie Call Me By Your Name. That was that's the movie that introduced Timothée Chalamet to Hollywood. And it was a movie with Armie Hammer. And the character of Armie Hammer, loves to say later, 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 and then when I read this, I said, oh my gosh, yeah, it's really an aha moment. Let me read it to you. Okay, it says, don't leave anything for quotation marks later. Don't leave anything for later. Why? Later, it says, the coffee gets cold. Later, you lose interest. Yeah. Later, the day turns into night. Later, people grow up. Later, people grow old. Later, life goes by. Later, you regret not doing something when you had the chance. It's very poignant, isn't it? It's it made me thinking very, very seriously. Especially what caught my attention is this: later people grow up. When I was starting a family, I was really balancing very, very stressful engagements. I started my own career as a consultant. I started a company. I was raising 3 small children. I was trying to work out a marriage. I mean, it just really, really stressful. And I must admit that there were many times I said later. Later I'm gonna bring the kids out. Later I'll do this with them. And then before I knew it, they have their own best friends, and when we would when I would want to bring them to a vacation, they'd say, they already have boyfriends and all of that. And that was a wake up call. It was a wake up call. And I literally had to drop everything and try to salvage, the lost moments. That's true. So now, when it comes to my children, no laters. Okay, let's do it now. Even I'm very tired. And people grow old. We grow old. I have dreams too, And now my husband and I, we sit down and say, I've always, we call it our bucket list, the bucket list. Okay, and then I want to do this. Okay, we did now. Okay, next month, next year, we do that because we don't know how long we're going to live, And then it says here, later you regret not doing something when you had the chance. So I've always wanted to take a cruise, and I would always say, oh, it takes a lot of money, so maybe we should save it, because when we get sick, things like that. Heck, all right, next year, my daughter is gifting us with a cruise to the Bahamas. Okay, so that's one there, and we were thinking of, maybe, if we wait a little later, we may not have the energy anymore, to go see this place and go that place. Okay? So don't leave anything for later. Okay? Please remember that, because life goes on. Life is too short. Okay? If you like what you have heard and the many things that we discuss in this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe so that we continue to be together and talk about La Dolce Vita, the good life, the autumn of our life. So until then, okay, this is your fellow sojourner, your life coach, your mentor, Miss Malu, and together we're navigating the autumn of our life, the best years of our life. Until then, goodbye, my friends.